Pisces. Yay, here we are. Welcome, welcome. Bringing you a general reading for the collective of Pisces, Sun and Rising. Not a date or time specific reading, with the exception of, and I forgot to mention this in the morning musing for the members, is that Jupiter is moving into Pisces today on the 13th of May. Which is very exciting. You should be excited about it if you are here as a Pisces. Especially Pisces Sun or Rising, I would say. Before Neptune, your ruling planet, was discovered, Jupiter was your ruling planet. So that means it's very comfortable in Pisces. Jupiter is a highly spiritual energy when it's in Pisces. I'm looking at my little cheat sheet. So you may feel more tuned in. You may feel like your intuition is on point. In touch with your psychic senses and abilities, and even your own soul, the depths of your own soul, because of course, Pisces, 12th house. So Jupiter itself represents expansion, abundance, and Pisces rules over things like spirituality, religion, our understanding of oneness and the divine, you know, the collective. So there are opportunities here to reach newer, broader, and deeper levels of spiritual awareness, self-awareness. It feels like a real good luck charm for you here, Pisces. So if you have Jupiter, if you look at your natal chart, your birth chart, if you have Jupiter in Pisces, then this would signify your Jupiter return. And if that is your case, you can just Google Jupiter return and it will tell you all about it. Jupiter is a very outside, slow-moving planet, so a Jupiter return doesn't happen for everybody, so definitely check into that. So as I said, if you're a Sun or Rising Pisces and have Jupiter, having Jupiter in your sign right now is considered a positive omen, a good luck charm, and it's a time for you to shine. Also a time of expansion when all your gifts and rewards can come to fruition. Now, here's the upshot. Pisces is going to move, Jupiter is going to move in and out of Pisces for a while because it's entering Pisces here on May 13th, but then at the June 20th or 21st, it retrogrades again back into Aquarius for a little while, and then I've got a whole chart of the back and forth and back and forth. So it's going to kind of go back and forth a little bit and then be finally in Pisces around December 29th, and then it'll be there for most of 2022. Okay, so it's a slow-moving planet, and you're not going to have it in your sign forever, just maybe a year and a half, but on and off. So take advantage of the beautiful, expansive, abundant, good luck energy. I am pulling one card from Shaman's Dream for you, Pisces, for the Pisces watching. Eyes of the Eagle. What a beautiful card. Rising above the fray. I like it. Card 18. So 1 and 8 is 9. 9s are about wrapping up lessons, right? Something's almost cooked. It's not quite ready yet. You're putting the finishing touches. So energetically and numerologically, I feel as if this is telling you rise above the fray. It's about protection and staying out of everybody else's drama is what it feels like. The Eyes of the Eagle offers you the gift of foresight, the skill of looking ahead to see the unfolding of destiny before, right? Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, all about destiny, before it all manifests as reality. The eagle's extraordinary vision allows it to spot tiny mice from its lofty perspective as it flies thousands of feet into the atmosphere. In a similar fashion, you too can train your keen eye to discern the workings of humans. Eyes of the Eagle is an invitation to witness the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful, yet react to nothing. Act only to further your noblest calling. The eagle flies above all creatures. When it meets obstacles, it simply rises above them. Oh, I love that. Know that you are protected. You can fly high above the judgment, slings, and arrows, and the darts of envy from others who may not have your great wings and are still arguing with the pigeons over the crumbs. Drop the mic. Trust that you are ready for whatever fortune has placed before you. even if you feel not yet properly equipped to meet its challenges. Your willingness to say yes to Spirit has nothing to do with how well outfitted you are. Hesitating, on the other hand, will suck the air out from under your wings and make you lose altitude. You are called now to trust your heart and your instincts to move fearlessly and not waver. The time is right and no harm can come your way if your motives are pure and you act courageously. This is crazy aligned with what I just read about Jupiter shifting into Pisces. So, you know, there is destiny, there's air beneath your wings, you are being protected. This is no time to argue with pigeons over crumbs. You're the eagle. Be the eagle, Pisces. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful message. I love the message. Yes, and trusting your heart and your instincts, because you have the gift of insight and intuition, Pisces, whether you know it or not. Yeah, look at the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful, and don't have a reaction, just observe. So, really lovely message. Whew. Perfect timing for that energy for you, Pisces. As always, this is a reading for the collective, so it may not speak to everyone. Just take what resonates, leave the rest. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome. If you're here as a cross watcher, welcome. I'm going to tell you how the spread works. I lay it out, divine masculine, divine feminine. It may come through reversed for you. That's fine. Best way to handle the reading is look at the side of the spread that speaks to your experience and your connection. The other side is then that of your divine counterpart. Okay? Okay. And if you have not yet subscribed, I would love it if you did. And if you have subscribed, don't forget to check out the membership. There's a link below. 2 levels, very reasonable, and a kind of a way to support the channel each month. So I would greatly appreciate that. Just check it out. Wow. Ace of Swords and the Tower. So we have a masculine showing up in the energy of the Ace of Swords. As I said, it could come through reversed for you. This is about that aha moment. Oh, I see things clearly now. So it is a gift of knowledge, of insight, potentially out of the blue. We have a feminine stepping into the reading in the energy of the Tower. Now, this doesn't have to be, this doesn't have to be about a tower moment in your life. It can just be about a feminine coming in, clearing their path. Right? I'm not gonna deal with all the drama anymore. It's gonna be moved aside. So sometimes the Tower is unexpected, right? Jupiter coming into Pisces may be that unexpected moment for you where you say, oh, things are getting real now and I have an opportunity to create my own luck and abundance and my own sense of expansiveness, and what is with me right now no longer serves me. I must move it off the path. So it can be a little bit of that. It can also be that something is shifting for the feminine in a way that's a little life-altering, for better or worse. It's always for better, even if it doesn't feel like it is. I will say that. It's always for the better. And usually something we've known all along wasn't serving us. King of Swords, wow. The 5 of Wands was in the morning musing. 2 of Wands, choosing the path. Yes. So I definitely feel I'm looking at a feminine. I'm going to what my eye goes to first. Feminine who's like, enough of the conflict. I'm not dealing with it anymore. I'm preparing to choose a new path in the future. Or choose the path that the 2 of Wands isn't just about choosing the path. It's about being clear about the paths that lie before you and seeing the possibilities and then determining what you want and moving in that direction and moving everything else out of the way that's going to block your path. I see a masculine who's getting very clear. Something here with the 3 of Cups. Because we have the 9 of Swords in the past position, I'm feeling there's been some anxiety and worry over a situation that might involve another party. Just going to say it. Makes sense to me. 2's company, 3's a crowd. And we might have some conflict over someone else. Now, it doesn't have to be anything nefarious. It can just be someone else that's in the picture that's creating conflict between the energies of our divine counterparts here. In the future, the masculine's like, I'm focused on, like, I've got my singular focus on a creative solution to a problem here. So head down doing the work. Let me go ahead and clarify. I love the card, Eyes of the Eagle rising above the fray. Here's the fray. So I do feel like that message may be for a feminine Pisces. Rising above the fray for sure. Let me make sure I have it all right. Okay. Ace of Swords. Wow. Something going on with abundance, right? I'm feeling the Jupiter abundance, stability, life goals, life partnership, star. We've got powerful Aquarian energy here with the star, something that, yes, new beginnings, okay? And I am going to take the 10 of Cups because I feel like there's, 10 of Cups, my apologies, 10 of Swords. I got excited because I saw the Queen of Cups on the bottom. So I'm going to pull her too. But for now, what I'm seeing here is the end of a painful cycle, this new beginning coming in, but this is underneath the deck. So it's sort of rising up under the surface in this masculine psyche. It's motivating their behavior. It's helping them engage and receive the messages coming through Ace of Swords. Maybe there's a big shift in their life path right now, 10 of Pentacles. They're keeping hope and faith and trust alive that the universe has their back and will grant the wish. So we've got a little bit of that, Jupiter, Wheel of Fortune, good luck energy coming in. Even though I don't see the wheel, I'm saying that that's what they're operating on. And underneath, yes, end of a painful cycle, new beginnings opening up is what's right under the surface with a Queen of Cups. The object of their affection, the keeper of their heart, this feminine. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Ta-da! So, could be an air sign here. I am seeing Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be a lot of air in this masculine's chart. So it's just the way they're showing up. We do have Mercury and Gemini right now, so everybody's kind of in their head. Okay, our alter egos are mad at work. So let's look at the Nine of Swords in the past. Anxiety ridden about the divine feminine. Feeling sadness, grief, a sense of loss, regrets of the past possibly. Notice the 3 cups that are knocked over here. Something feeling spoiled, past regrets and mistakes of the past coming through. King of Cups. So now we have 2 double water signs. That's almost always the case for you, Pisces. Actually, for all the water signs, I always see double water energy in your readings. I'm pretty strong. So somebody's got some powerful placements. King of Cups underneath, really not knowing how to express their feelings around this regret, this mistake, or the loss that they were feeling with regard to a divine feminine. The Empress is the divine feminine, the way it's coming through. And this new insight with regard to life partnership or their own stability and abundance, this insight coming in, the aha moment, the epiphany is kind of shifting the energy. So now we're getting that 3 cups that's knocked over in the 5. Now it's like face up. It's right here. It's in the present moment. Page of Swords. 6 of Wands. And there's the 8 of Pentacles again for the future. So I feel as if there's a third person in the mix. This masculine may be keeping tabs on. This feminine could be the third party, especially if this masculine is in a connection with somebody else. That is often part of your storyline, Pisces, but it doesn't have to be. So I'm feeling as if there's some information that is still kind of remaining, something that it's not telling the full story. Here's the ace, big, explosive shift of some measure of seeing things differently, getting a big awakening, but yet there's still some loose ends. There's something here that this masculine needs to know. And it's falling on that Three of Cups, and then we've got the Six of Wands, a card of reconciliation, coming back together, making peace and being victorious, like being the hero of your own story in a way. And underneath is that Eight of Pentacles. So then we shift into the future, Eight of Pentacles. So I feel as if this masculine still has to work on things a little bit. There are some loose ends. That's what I'm seeing here. Tying up loose ends. Tying up loose ends is what I'm feeling coming through. At least on the masculine side. Because the new beginning is coming in, the end of the painful cycle is going out. Woo, yes. Knowing what they want and taking action. King of Wands in the future. So yeah, focusing on creative solutions to a problem and then being very clear about what they want. I see it, I want it, I claim it, it's mine. And then taking the necessary action, making the choice. Lovers. Beautiful, beautiful. Definitely feels like there's something shifting in the future here for this masculine. Although it will come down to a matter of choice as to how they sort of act on it. But they are definitely tying up loose ends. Moving past the regret, shifting into, okay, I've got a good deal of information. I need to know a little bit more. And then focusing on the creative solution to whatever remains, what, those last little loose ends that need to be tied up. That's what I see. So now for the feminine, we've got the Tower. Aries energy there. I think things have been up in the air for a while, Justice, and now it's all kind of fallen apart. King of Pentacles and the Four of, and here's the Ace of Swords for the feminine. So I am seeing some mirroring energy here for the feminine as well. King of Pentacles was in the morning musing. To me, it represents this a masculine archetype, not only of a life partner, but somebody here in 3D. Someone that shows up, that has it together. In this case, it's a twin flame reference with the Four of Wands, something joyous, worth celebrating, seeing things a lot more clearly, maybe even having a little epiphany of their own. Justice can be a legal matter that's been up in the air. It can be separation, divorce. It can be, any kind of energy where something has to have a final determination, where you come down on one side or the other. Because the Justice card is about restoring a sense of balance and fairness, leveling the playing field. It's also a card of integration. So when everything starts to come together and you integrate everything, that's kind of been up in the air for a while, sometimes it's a little like the earth shifts beneath your feet and things that are no longer fitting what has been integrated kind of start getting knocked out. It can kind of come by surprise. So FYI, heads up. If you're already in the Tower energy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I feel as if whatever's sort of shaking beneath your feet, whatever isn't stable beneath your feet, involves this masculine, involves your twin connection and the epiphany that you may be having and that they may be having. You may be having it simultaneously. And so therefore, some aspect of your life, dear feminine, is no longer sustainable. You've kept things in the air as long as you could. Two of Pentacles, you can't do it anymore. It may be time to take formal action, Justice. as you integrate everything you've been learning about yourself, about the connection. This is, you know, these things don't kind of just happen overnight. It's a process. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, right? We go back and forth with it. Here in the past, we have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords shows up in your readings, Pisces, as someone who has a lot of honor and integrity and wants to do things the right way. This is you know, an idealistic person who shows up in your readings as someone who really cares about their reputation, cares about how they are seen, right? Their image. They also care about their words, the words they choose and how they communicate. And so sometimes they come across as kind of very reserved, a little cool and aloof, maybe even somewhat mysterious, like they don't say much, but what they say packs a big punch, right? So I'm feeling, and it's also somebody in the legal field, the judicial field. It could be law enforcement. It can be a politician or somebody who, military, right, who pledges an oath to something higher than themselves. So anyone who's got that kind of an idealistic approach to life, even if they're not in any of those fields, that's the way they live. They have high standards, high ideals, and they not only hold themselves to it, they hold everybody else as well. So that King of Swords is back. Can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be. That could be their rising sign. So we have a King of Swords with the Devil something. Oh, there you are, Pisces. My goodness. Oh, good. All right. There's the 10 and here's the 9. And 2 of Cups. So I'm seeing that you're sharing this anxiety in the past around this beautiful partnership. Maybe just very worried about your person here, feminine, your divine masculine, or if you've reversed it, you know what I'm trying to say. But the 10 of Wands would suggest completion and offloading any negative karma. But the 9 of Swords tells me you're not quite convinced. So because it's underneath and this was in the past, I kind of feel like you've been in this, running this loop of worry, right? Over and over and over. You know, is everything okay? Can we kind of end all, I mean, is all the conflict over? But what I'm seeing from the top of the deck is I'm seeing a feminine who's been operating on intuition with regard to the King of Swords, that I am going to go out on a limb and say is this divine masculine. And what's come through a lot for you, Pisces, so I'm going to respond to that storyline, is that this masculine is trapped, stuck with a karmic partner. I am seeing the 3 of Cups. So I've got a lot of, you know, all their regret with regard to the feminine, not able to act on their emotions from their heart, being worried, right? Now I see the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, trying to kind of come to some measure of completion with a painful cycle, needing a little bit more information, Page of Swords, before they can kind of claim victory. See, ironing out the last details, 8 of Pentacles, coming up with creative solutions before they make their choice and move toward their feminine. So I'm seeing somebody who may be stuck in a toxic karmic connection. Lessons haven't been finalized as of this part of the reading, but here's the feminine's energy, High Priestess, operating on intuition. There may be no communication between you, or there hasn't been for some time or during this period of conflict. Underneath the intuition, what you're trying to elicit from 5D is this person's struggle over? Can we lay down this burden? Are they done with it? Are we done with it? Being worried about the divine counterpart and your partnership. So I'm sort of seeing a continuation of the past storyline here. It comes and goes, I'll be honest with you. It isn't always present, but Usually at major shifts, and we are in eclipse season now, it always kind of comes back online. This storyline of I kind of feel like this twinship is one of the more authentic that I see. Like, I feel you're both at the same level, but there's this interference of another party, and there is some very stuck, trapped, toxic repeat patterns and cycles. And I don't think it's between the two of you. I think it involves a masculine with someone else. That's how it comes through. 5 of Wands right now. All right. We've got the Knight of Pentacles underneath, and I'm going to take the Tower again, because this is all in the present energy. So whatever is shifting is taking its sweet old time. That's part of the problem here. The Tower to me feels like it's falling in slow-mo, Pisces. For this feminine at least, like brick by brick, it's kind of all one piece at a time, tumbling out. Trying to gather your grounded energy and create a plan because you see it sort of happening. It's almost like premonition energy coming through a little bit for me. I'm saying that because I see the Hierophant. It is that, being true to ourselves, our connection to our higher selves, our sense of committed, conventional committed relationships, what that's all about, our belief system, spiritually, religious, however, otherwise. And things are changing. Beliefs may be changing. Your construct of what commitment means may be changing. That's why I'm not feeling the Tower moment as an explosion. I'm feeling it as one brick at a time is popping out, and you can kind of see it happening. You've had all the balls in the air up till now as like a stalling tactic. It's not going to hold much longer. The 5 of Wands with the Page of Wands. Whatever this conflict is, it's coming from someone who's immature, who's all about getting their own needs met. I don't think it's the masculine, but I think it's part of the devil's energy. I feel like there's this less evolved person in the mix. I'm just going to say it politely. Less evolved person in the mix that's interfering and causing chaos and conflict that's keeping you apart, High Priestess. And that's what this masculine King of Swords is dealing with. So, I know you're ready to offload it. I know, feminine, you're worried about the masculine. The masculine's been worried about the feminine. And right now you're feeling the power of that conflict. And it's coming from somebody who's who really isn't taking the whole thing very seriously. It's fun and games for them. And underneath, well, this was on top, the Taurus. So it could be about a marriage. A marriage could be involved. Somebody playing games in their marriage could be coming from you, dear feminine, meaning that the playing games could be on your own side. Doesn't have to be, but the conflict is coming from an outside source. Underneath, this whole shift in your life is taking place in slow-mo. So make a plan. That Knight of Pentacles buys you a little bit of time to kind of make sure you are on solid ground and that you know where you're headed as the bricks start to pop out. 2 of Wands is telling you a path will be chosen. So keep your eyes to the horizon. Look at the paths that are before you. So I do feel like I'm just going to take this because it makes sense that you would walk away from what no longer serves you, right? Just leave the drama behind. That's part of what you're getting here in the eyes of the eagle, and then just take the next step. baby step, Page of Pentacles. There may not be a big offer coming in. This Two of Wands, when you choose the path, it may seem like you're starting at square one. You may be, because you may have to leave a lot behind and then begin again. So, doesn't feel threatening to me. I'm like not seeing anything really horrible. It just feels as if I'm seeing in my mind, like with the Two of Pentacles, and the Tower, what I'm seeing is an hourglass. I'm getting that image just visually, an hourglass. And I do feel like timing is an issue here. You can't keep all the balls in the air much longer. All right, if this is speaking to you, Pisces, going to take it to the extended. The link is below. I'll be there in a second, and what I'm going to do is just see what you can focus on next and what might be a block or a challenge in this situation going forward for you, what you can do about the block and or challenge, communication between the two of you. What do you want each other to know? A card for you, Pisces, from your spiritual team will give them an opportunity to weigh in. And then what might you expect going forward? So that would, if timing's a factor, it would come out there. I'm seeing a Tower, so I know something's shifting for the feminine right here, right now, regardless of the timing position. But we'll take a look at what timing might, what the if the timing is a factor, that's where it would show up. That's how I meant to say it. My apologies. All right, Pisces, very interesting reading. Big shifts and changes for you, whether they feel like they're for the better or not, they are. Jupiter's moving into your sign as we speak, as I record this. So spend a little time thinking about your abundance, what you're trying to manifest, your ability to expand and bring more opportunity into your world in this moment. And man, above all, stay above the fray. Okay? See you in the extended in a second or in a future reading. Take care, Pisces.